Hello, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Good morning, and welcome. Today is Friday, January 23rd. We're live here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I welcome you to Vintage Vinyl Live. I'm your host, Nathan Gray, and this is Vintage Vinyl Live. You're watching on Nathan Gray Video, and normally we are playing the Kerry Kudlicek collection from Radio IDL, but when we're here at the home studio, we're playing videos of vintage performances, both of the country variety as well as blues and soul and R&B and jazz and all that good stuff. So what I have for you today, my friends, if you're not already accompanying along, there is my radio show that happens every Saturday daytime, 1:30 p.m. Central Standard here. It broadcasts out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, but it is worldwide. It's a global international radio station. It's called Radio IDL, and you can look it up at radioidl.com and click any one of those links for the live music. And my show starts at 1:30 p.m. on Central Standard Time every Saturday. And then it has several reruns, which are listed in my video descriptions down there. So what I'm doing today is I've chosen 4 different some of the older songs from the playlist. So my variety is a lot like what you see around this border of my frame here. You're going to hear some Brazilian music. You're going to hear some country. You're going to hear some rock and roll. You're going to hear some reggae, some hip hop from time to time, some punk rock music from time to time. As I say, it's country to funk, soul to punk, country to funk, and everything in between is what we play on the Gray Zone. So today I'm going to play, I have a few choice selections from that, including Ferlin Husky and a couple of Brazilian tunes. And then I have a couple of blues songs videos lined up, should we have time to get to that. So we're not going to take too much longer now. We're going to get right into the music. These are our videos that come from the playlist of this week's show. So tomorrow you'll hear these songs on my live show. So here, let's get into it, guys. And if you're just joining me this morning, please click the like button. It certainly helps me out. I'm trying to work my way towards monetization, as every YouTuber in the world is. And the subscribes and the likes, those are the way to help me out. I greatly appreciate it. I do indeed. And if you would, please give me a follow on the social mediums. That's at Nathan Gray Video altogether on Instagram and YouTube. So let's get started, shall we? Let's click over here to the old reaction. And there's our guy that's the announcer there, about to announce Ferlin Husky. I hope this audio is working just fine as we get started.
USA brings you the best in country and western music, and of course your favorite stars will be here for your viewing and listening pleasure. And now here's our star, Ferlin Husky. I feel better all over more than any horse else.
This is a lot faster than the version I found.
I feel better all over more than any horse else when you kiss me like you do. Well, I'm as wild as a buck every time you call me up. You sure makes me feel like a will. Well, I feel better all over more than any horse else. That's exactly how I feel.
Pedal steel guitar. One of the hardest instruments in the world to play. Test. I wonder what show this was broadcast from. Yeah.
I feel better all over more than
Sing it, Ferlin.
Baby, when you hold me in your arms. I feel better all over more than any horse else when you thrill me with
Look at his
your
guitar.
charm.
What's going on there?
I diddle, I'm as fit as a fiddle. You makes me want to kick up my heels. Well, I feel better all over more than any horse else. That's exactly how I feel. Oh, that's exactly how I feel. Oh, that's exactly how I feel.
That was a rocket performance.
Thank you so much, and welcome to Country Style USA, neighbors. We're real happy.
That was Ferlin Husky. I first heard that when I first heard that. Well, it was his name that stuck out to me first. What a name, Ferlin Husky. And it doesn't say the exact year when this is from, but I got this feeling that Elvis had already been on the scene, because you see these guys like, well, you notice it in the if you watch the Elvis biopic, that like all the old country guys, once he came out, man, they all felt like they had to turn it up a notch, man, to keep up. You know, he was all the energy and all the dancing. So, you know, maybe Ferlin was already kicking up his heels, and I'm sure he was already dressing fancy. I'm sure that was probably a nudie suit, if you're not familiar with nudie suits. That's those heavily adorned country western suits. But, man, Ferlin was ripping it up. And fancy suit, fancy guitar. All right, so next up from our Brazilian block of music, and this is just a kind of a quick clip. I noticed the audio is really, really blown out on this one. It's not me. It was the recording. But this is Chico Buarque with Feijoada Completa. And this is some recording from 1977, so it was for a film. It was a scene recorded for a film called Se Segura Malandro. And man, yeah, Chico's pretty young in this one, so let's watch this one. I know I got to be careful with the audio because, like I said, it's pretty blown out here. So, full screener.
Mulher, você vai gostar. Tô levando os amigos pra conversar. Eles vão com uma fome que nem me contem. Eles vão com uma sede de anteontem. Salta cerveja estupidamente gelada pra batalhão. E vamos botar água no feijão. Mulher, não passe a sentar. Não tem que pôr a mesa nem dar lugar. Põe os pratos no chão e o chão tá posto. E prepare as linguiças pro tira-gosto. Açúcar com boca de gelo, limão. E vamos botar água no feijão.
Botar água no feijão means put water in that beans.
Botão de torresmo pra acompanhar. Arroz branco, farofa e a malagueta.
Malagueta.
Laranja Bahia, roda seleta. Joga o paio, carne seca, tocinho no caldeirão. E vamos botar água no feijão. Aliás, depois de salvar, faça um bom refogado que é pra engrossar. Aproveite a gordura da frigideira. Pra melhor temperar a couve mineira.
Couve.
Diz que tá dura, pendura a despesa do nosso irmão. E vamos botar água no feijão.
If you ever wanted to know how to make the Brazilian dish feijoada, he just gave you the recipe right there in those lyrics. He's talking about botar água no feijão means put water in the beans, and of course all the other things. He's going through the bacon. He's like, yeah, and the bacon and the grease in that frying pan. Don't throw that out. Take advantage of that. We can use that to cook up the couve. Couve is this. Well, you see it in this little picture right here. It's chopped up collard greens. And, man, the best collard greens I've ever had were never in America. It was in Sao Paulo. It was in Brazil. The way they make them, they prep them first a lot like American. Julienne real thin and fine, and they cut out the main stem so that, because it's the main stem through the center of the leaf that makes collard greens kind of bitter. And so Americans just cook that bitterness out. But really, you can cut it out and not have it, and then you just, with garlic and that bacon grease, you just toss those julienne collard greens. You just toss them in there slightly quickly, and you only cook it for maybe a couple of minutes, 5 minutes at the most. You don't just sit there cooking it all day and let it get all mushy. That's what I really like about Brazilian collard greens, is like it's got all that flavor, the bacon grease and the onions and the garlic, and but they're like still crunchy and fresh, and along with all the meats, and like you said, a slice of orange from Bahia. All right, so here, another song that I've got on this week's episode. In fact, this is the closer, but I'm not going to close out today. I just wanted to play it for you. It's one of my favorite John Hartford songs. And John Hartford is truly an American treasure. If you guys don't already listen and know John Hartford, he has songs. He was a songwriter and performer, but he did one that was huge, a huge hit for Glenn Campbell, country artist Glenn Campbell, and of course the name escapes me at the moment because I'm looking at other names right now. But this is John Hartford in Tall Buildings, about what it's like coming from being a country boy and having to move to the city and, you know, take the subway and work in tall buildings. Here we go. I think it said this recording from 1977. John, just stand there off there in that field. We'll zoom in. We got you, John. John Hartford's one of those guys who probably never played any song the same two times, you know.
Someday, my baby, when I am a man, and others have taught me the best they can, they'll sell me a suit and they'll cut off my hair, send me to work in tall buildings.
No, John, don't cut off that pretty hair.
Well, it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, must not be late, going to work in tall buildings. When I'm
Key modulation,
retired,
he doesn't do that in the recorded version.
life is my own. Made all my payments, it's time to go home. Wonder what happened betwixt and between. I went
Oh my gosh.
to
I just have to
work in
pause and say,
tall buildings.
if you're ever uploading a video and to YouTube, pardon me, and then YouTube asks, do you want us to steady your footage? Say no. This person said yes, and that's why it kind of looks like warbly, wobbly, like, oh my gosh.
Goodbye to the sunshine.
Watch
To
here.
go home. Wonder what happened.
That whole
betwixt
thing.
and between.
That's their program trying
I
to
went
adjust.
to
It
work in
looks terrible.
tall buildings. So it's goodbye
Just say no.
to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, and goodbye.
It really is a beautiful video.
flowers, and goodbye.
All the redwoods, look at that.
I'm off to the subway. I must not be late.
Sequoia National Forest. probably.
Going to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the day, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late, going to work in tall buildings.
I like the contrast. As you see, he's juxtaposed the song lyrics of tall buildings with all these tallest trees and tallest mountains he could find. Very clever. Whether it was he or the director who chose that, it was a very cool idea. Because, you first think, well, let's go shoot a song about tall buildings. Let's go amongst a bunch of tall buildings and that. But he says, no. Let's do it around tall trees and mountains. That's kind of cool. I like the contrast there. So that was John Hartford, and it doesn't tell. It doesn't tell. I thought I read that it was from 77, but I don't know where I saw that. I think I saw that on a separate note for that similar recording that it was in 77. John Hartford, what a man. So cool side story about John Hartford is he's worked as a steamboat engineer and captain. it was both something he was passionate about when he was young and knew that he wanted to do when he got older, but also I think as he became a musician, and it wasn't that he was hugely successful, but he was independent, successful enough to just not have to worry about what he did, and he wanted to go do what he wanted to do. So he lived and worked on a steamboat. I don't remember if it was the Mississippi or what river, but he was a steamboat captain, and he played his fiddle, and he drove his thing, and, Radio John. He's also a radio DJ host, He's passed away, but he's John Hartford Music Festival still happens every year. All right, so the next song here is Tim Maya. Man, oh man. So I played, did I play a Tim Maya song yesterday? Tim Maya is, no, I think I just talked about. Tim Maya is just the king. I don't know. It's just cool, funky Brazilian music. And this is a short live filming of this. Let me see. Because I'd like you to hear the whole song. But on the other hand, I just found this clip, and it was just pretty amazing. So let's start with this one. And then I'll click to another one that has the full take of it, of the song. But here he is in 1970.
Se o mundo inteiro me pudesse ouvir, tenho muito pra contar, dizer que aprendi. Na vida a gente tem que entender. Quem nasce pra sofrer, enquanto o outro ri.
Damn. An absolute terrible audio recording. Wow. Yeah, some high falsetto just in. That was a very quick clip, like I said, but I just wanted to see if we could see what we saw out of it, really. I mean, let's hear the actual song. This one has
check this out.
I'm going to
show you how I...
Two different clips within this same posted video, and it says the second one is this song. So I want to kind of just jump ahead. Here it is. Well, this is the one I should have played first. So 1974, 4 years later, 4 years tightening up the song, the band, sounds better. What was the video director thinking? Let's get a good shot of the back of him. What the hell? There it is. He's kind of singing the strings part. Oh, those horns sounded good. Whoever suffers, you gotta look after. Try and find a reason to live. He's doing the Elvis arms. A big blue dream, blue color of the sea. Dude, this is a terrible video shot. Who is the film director? Failed. And I'm gonna be extra critical of the video stuff because that's what I do. I film concert footage and stuff. What? He's character. Like, what is that?
Um prazer estar aqui em São Paulo.
Oh,
Bastei bocado nessa rua aí. Brigadeiro Luiz Antônio. Mas tudo bem. Pode escrever. Nosso conjunto é dividido em 4 partes. Teclados, cordas, ritmo e sopro. Nos teclados, Jorge Robson e Carlinhos no teclado.
Go Jorge, go talk.
Falou.
nas cordas, na guitarra, o chefe do conjunto, Paulinho Guitarra, e o contrabaixista, Betinho. Senhoras e senhores.
So he's the band leader, the guitar player.
Legal. No ritmo, percussão e bateria, Luiz Carlos Fuina na bateria de cima e Robélio Revertério na bateria de baixo, senhoras e senhores.
Those are the two drummers.
No sopro, meu compadre, Paulinho Trompete número 1,
There's a
o
horn
outro
player.
compadre, Paulinho Trompete número 2, e meu companheiro já de muito tempo, Serginho Trombone, maestro Serginho Trombone. Vamos embora, só se for agora. Legal, falou. A próxima música que nós vamos transar aqui é uma música sobre um livro que eu estou lendo, que eu acho que todos vocês deveriam ler. Chama-se Universo em Desencanto. É sobre imunização.
That was pretty. So that's Tim Maya. As you see, that was him, mid-70s. And here's a photo of him, early 90s. He did not live much longer than that. I believe he passed away in the 90s. He was a big dude, bad health, and allegedly a lot of drug usage too. I mean, I don't know a lot about his story, but he was a rocker dude. He was a big time performer, and it was the 70s and 80s. So the top of the tops. All right, to get back to the blues, it's 10:21 right now. Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time, y'all. And I appreciate those of you tuning in and hanging out and watching some of these videos with me. Appears our stream is still going strong. Of course it is, because we're at home where the stream is strong. So let's get on into this next video. This is Muddy Waters. I got my mojo working. It was off a Canadian TV show in 1966 called Blues Masters. But then I guess this came from some other blues Japanese compilation video, because this guy announces it, and it looks like it's in the 90s, 4x3. All right, so we're going to get into this. Let's full screener. Here we go.
And his band.
Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you.
Work on you.
Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I wanna love you so bad till I don't know what to do. I'm going down in Louisiana to get me a mojo head.
Muddy Eater. What's up, Muddy Waters?
Get me a mojo head. I'm gonna have all you women reaction to my command.
He's one of my favorites, man.
Got my mojo, got my mojo, got my mojo, got my mojo, got my mojo.
Seriously, is there anybody cooler than Muddy Waters? No, is the answer.
Just don't worry on you.
Oh man, if Calvin was here, he'd tell us who was playing harmonica on there right now. It's all good. He's got that bullet microphone. White socks, black shoes, black pants. That's Michael Jackson. That's where he got that from.
I got a gypsy woman giving me a bite.
You think he did? He dated a gypsy girl?
I got a whole lot of tricks keeping him all night. Got my mojo, 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 just don't worry. Play one again.
I know the bro. If y'all follow Joe Williamson down in vinyl collector, Joe Williamson down in Georgia. He's not in Atlanta. He's down in South Georgia. Man, he got a real cool Muddy Waters album recently. It had the inside. this cool photo session of Muddy doing up his hair or getting his hair done. It's pretty cool. Full shot photograph of him. This is that era when the Delta Blues was becoming rockin' and became, you know, what a predecessor for rock and roll. For sure. Oh, yep. Baby.
Got my mojo waking, but just don't wake on you.
In a 10-year period between 1950 and 19...
There's no waking. A lot of them say waking. Somebody said that's the Louisiana accent or down south, but they say waking. Go to wake. Ha ha ha. Here's Muddy Waters. We just watched Muddy Waters. Let's not do another Muddy, but let's do here's Little Walter. Is this gonna be a video? We never know. Sometimes you click on these, it could be a video, it could be, oh man, there's another Howlin' Wolf. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, there's John Lee Hooker from PBS. Wait a second, 27 minutes long. That's too long. I mean, we could watch a little of it, but let's do let's start with that first one I found. Let's start with the Little Walter. Oh shoot, it's not a video. On the video. It's all about seeing
Ladies
them
and
perform.
gentlemen.
This whole segment is about seeing them perform. So, oh, there's one in Newport. Oh, I should have clicked that one. No, it's all about seeing them perform. So, what do we got here? Aside from some terrible commercial. Oh my God, pharmaceutical commercials are the worst. If those go away, if he can make those go away, that'd be cool.
Question.
What is this fool?
Is there any Texans in the house? Mr. Freddie King.
I'm gonna guess you are. Is Austin City Limits? Oh, live in Europe. Oh God, a slow song. Oh, I can't do this right now. Yeah, sorry, no, no, Freddie. Oh, BB, that's my man.
It's all right. I'll tell you what. Let's slow him down there.
Little audio's a little out of sync. Oh, of course he's gonna slow it down too, huh? All right, so this is BB King on Ralph Gleason's Jazz Casual, 1968. Why a slow song? All right, let's watch the part one. Maybe this is the fast song. Yep. Yeah.
I got a whole lot of loving, baby, just waiting for you.
I love BB King.
I've got a whole lot of loving, baby, just waiting for you. And the way I gotta love you, babe, honey, I know you're gonna love me too. So you're so good looking, babe, and you build up from the ground. So good looking, babe, and you build up from the ground. And whenever I see you, babe, my love starts tumbling down.
King of the Blues. Well, even if he was self-proclaimed King of the Blues, he sure as hell was. So that was the early Lucille before Lucille became jet black. I got to see him in Tulsa Brady Theater back in the 90s. What a phenomenal show. And I heard him interviewed. I was just thinking about it as I hear the horns part. Heard him on his blues channel on Sirius Satellite Radio in one of his interviews, talking about how during that era, a lot of other bands, blues bands, were using background singers. And so he used his horns as the background singer. So all those little parts and things that they would have been doing, I think there's probably, he knew that there would be a lot less drama bringing horn players on the road than a three-piece of ladies, pretty ladies to bring on the road. That's a lot more headaches. Let's be honest.
And the reason I love you, babe, 'cause you got those dreamy eyes. Yes.
Hell yeah. Oh man, that's all he's you rock out so hard there's nothing.
I've got a good mind.
He's on TV
to
though.
Give up living and go shopping instead. Oh, I've got a good mind to give up living.
That's sad, BB. But it is the blues in it.
And go shopping instead.
What? Go shopping instead.
Oh, to pick out a tombstone.
Oh, you got a tombstone.
Oh, and be pronounced dead.
Oh, that's so sad. The funeral walk on the horns.
When I read your letter this morning, baby.
That's pretty badass. All right, here's my man John Lee Hooker from 1969.
Ladies and
PBS.
gentlemen, when we talk about blues, we talk about a lot of different kinds of blues, but there's one kind of blues that you can't call anything except Hooker blues because it's played by a gentleman called John Lee Hooker. He's right here in our very studio. John Lee Hooker.
Okay, this is these cameras were so badly adjusted for the light. I mean, look. So back then, the TV studio cameras didn't have a lot of range for capturing color. So the reason that announcer and the whole set was blown out is they had already adjusted for the light balance on the gentleman performing. The cameras were already adjusted to look good for them. So when they turned over to the white guy, he was all blown out. That's pretty badass, though. It's bad anyways.
Get out the blues line. I'm doomed with the blues. I'm doomed till the day I die. Drinking black coffee.
Oh yeah, me too.
And study smoking cigarettes all night.
Drinking coffee, smoking weed cigarettes.
Drinking black coffee. And study smoking cigarettes all night.
Steady smoking.
I can't sleep, I can't sleep. What the use of me laying down? Walking the floor night long.
Yeah, I think he's like that dirty. He's a dirty blues.
Over my bed.
That's. I always like John Lee Hooker for that dirty blues, man. First one I heard doing that real. Grimy, dirty blues. Yeah. Is that white boy on the drums? Looks like it.
I can't sleep, I can't sleep.
That's why he's playing square.
What do you mean? All right,
Robin, the keyboard. Hey, cameraman. Hey, director. He called for a solo on the keyboardist. Why you do that? Oh, fancy finger work there. Robin, go Robin. There you go, cameraman, he caught up.
Drinking black coffee.
See how it makes them look good. I mean, really, the film looks good on them. But those cameras back then, they couldn't adjust back and forth quickly, so they had to just set it.
Drinking black coffee, drinking black coffee. Instead of smoking cigarettes all night. You know I'm doing with the blues. I never come out of the blues alive.
Yeah. John Lee Hooker from 1969.
This next number I'm going to do.
Oh, come on now.
Written by me. I'm going to do this thing I love to do.
Do it. You do it.
Call Marty. You got Robert on organ, which is my son.
Oh, that's
Robert
his son.
Hooker. You got Joe on bass, and you got Booker on drums. So we're going to do our thing. Yeah. So sit around and dig it. People out there looking in, I hope you dig it. Thank you.
I hope you dig it,
Nothing
too.
but the best and later for the rest.
All right, Big Walter Horton.
A $300 travel credit and a reminder to take...
Anytime it's not a video, just move on. Okay, it is.
Gentlemen, thank you.
We'll just do one. Big Walter Horton. American Blues Folk Festival 1970, Copenhagen. Telling you guys, hey, it's happening this way now here with the folk, bluegrass, and country music, man. We get treated better abroad, over the seas. They hook us up. Overseas, they like us. Here, they're all tired of us. Huh? Big Walter Horton. Horton. What I said, 1970? Just keeping those lists updated for y'all. I want you to know what you're watching. This is what we do, just streaming good music in the morning. Yeah, I think honestly though, Gen X React streams when I'm looking at silly videos, get more views. But I like doing this. I like this music. This whole blues music, country and folk stuff is kind of niche interest in it. Sharp sounding solo. Who's that playing with them, I wonder? Is that a Gibson? Is that a Gibson SG? Or the predecessor for it? Electric guitars back then, there was pretty much Fenders and Gibsons. My feet leak. Oh, bass solo. Times people don't really know what to do doing a bass wants to take a solo, but the drums keep going, and then the other things just kind of let the chords, but not a whole lot of rhythm, let him take over the rhythm. That guy's a tall guy. I don't think he has his pin up high enough. Don't stop. Don't stop. If bass stops, drum solos. Or if the drums stop. Drums can't stop, or bass solos. Oh, goodness. Y'all ever watch Smalls live? Did you know that the legendary New York City Jazz Club in Greenwich Village, Smalls, it broadcasts a live stream every day, their actual performances there. It's one of the oldest, most legendary jazz clubs left in America, I guess, but they live stream every day and you can watch them. And this kind of reminds me of that. You take turns soloing it. Sometimes they're polite, they let the bass and drum solo. Okay, Big Walter Horton. Doodle-doo. Lido. Mississippi Fred McDowell.
We're going to turn you in the hands.
All right, this one's 8 minutes. I'm going to check out this one next. Willie Dixon, Memphis Slim, T-Bone Walker. No description. Thanks a lot, folks. No information there.
I had the pleasure of working with
Woiken.
A few years ago when we were with Basie. We used to call her the sweetheart. Well, she's still the sweetheart of the blues. So I'd like to bring forward to you a young lady, the magnificent Miss Helen Humes.
And now, I would like for you to meet the whole cast. First, I would like for you to meet Willie Dixon.
This is Willie Dixon.
And on the drums, Jump Jackson. On the piano, Memphis Slim. And that wonderful blues team, Terry and McGee.
Well, it doesn't say her name.
And I would like for you to meet the master of the guitar, T-Bone Walker. You know the blues ain't nothing.
I don't know who's singing.
But a woman when she's feeling bad. I say the blues ain't nothing. But a woman when she's feeling bad. Now the blues will make you feel you've lost the best friend you
Willie
ever
Dixon,
had.
Memphis Slim, and T-Bone Walker. I don't know who's singing. Anybody know who's singing? It's warming up in here. Woo. But that's Sonny Terry.
If the blues was money, I'd be the richest man in town. Well, if the blues was money, people, I'd be the richest man in town. Well, since I'm not rich, blues, please don't let me down. I got blues so bad I don't know.
Everybody's singing.
I got the blues so bad I don't know what to do. You know if it's good for me, ooh, it must be good to you.
Woo! Yeah. So that's T-Bone Walker. Interesting how he's holding his guitar in it. Like he's holding it out flat like that. Huh. Never seen anybody play like that.
woman, but she's not in love with me.
I like the verse swapping. Everybody's taking turns with the verse.
I'm in love with a woman, but she's not in love with me.
Not in love, not in love. She don't love you, man.
Yes, I love the woman because she's my old time used to be.
Oh, that's his old fling. That's what I mean. They used to be. He's ripping on the piano. That's Memphis Slim. That's what she said. I can't get over how he's holding that guitar. That's funny. Holding it like a dobro almost.
I've got the blues so bad. When my feet to walk. Well, I've got the blues so bad. You know it hurt my feet to walk.
He's not singing it, Mike, really.
I've got the blues so bad. Hurt my tummy talk.
Make my tummy talk. I don't think that's what he said.
Good morning, blues. Blues, how do you do? Good morning, blues. How do you do?
I wonder how old they all are in this.
I just had to come by here and have a few words.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a really cool film. Oh, they rock out. Just let it play. All right, anybody wants to dance and rock out? Go ahead. Juke joint. Doing the twist. Yeah, he's kind of taking the drummer's kind of taking it from the swing. He's about to take it in a straight beat. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's what did it say was filmed in Switzerland? How about that, huh? The ceiling fan only has 2 blades. They only needed 2 blades. Let it rock out. Everybody dance for the next 5 minutes. Sonny Terry Brown McGee, that's the harmonica guitar player. Memphis Slim on the piano. Willie Dixon, he was the bass player, the drummer, I forget. Oh. Shaky Jake. T-Bone Walker, that's the guitar player holding it weird. Here's our vocalist. That was Ellen Humes. It's gotta be. Never heard of her. Have y'all heard of Ellen Humes before? Jared Schaefer on camera. Inge Muller. Camera. Erik Nuhl. Really Liza. Immigrants. Joaquin Ruff. This has been a real cool one. Kind of like this because they just rock out for a little while. Yeah. Credits roll. Pretty cool. Horse Lippman. Very nice. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for hanging out and listening and watching this music with me. I mean, it's more about, on home studio days, it's more about getting to see these performances, see these legendary performers perform on the old film, because, man, it's cool to listen to it and listen to all these old records, but the fact that there's these archival footages and stuff from old films, and festivals that exist out there. The fact that we're able to watch these things on YouTube, I find it to be pretty special, you know? Like, it's kind of unique that we can still watch this stuff. Because 10, 20 years ago, pre-YouTube days, if you wanted to watch any of these old videos, you probably had to find somebody who owned them. You know, you had to know somebody who owned them. Or you had to go to the library and find some of these compilation tapes and DVDs that actually have information about these performers and stuff, and watch these old festival performances things. But nowadays, to be able to get it, like, a lot of this is on YouTube. So that's kind of what we're trying to also do with some of the music, is by getting some of these records all recorded, is that we can put together a proper archive of this Kerry Kudlicek collection. So it's able to be viewed and listened to online. So this is kind of what we do on Vintage Vinyl Live. Some days it's spinning records, and it's just providing good blues and classic music background tracks for you to hang out and listen and work to, and it's our chance to archive these records. But also on days like today, I just like to play some good videos. Like I said, we're also previewing my show that'll air tomorrow on radioidl.com at 1:30 p.m. Tulsa time, Central Standard Time. So we started off by playing 4 different songs that are going to be on that show, on this episode 27. Ferlin Husky, Chico Buarque, John Hartford, and Tim Maya. And then we went through some different blues tunes. So if you didn't miss it live, if you didn't catch this live, this episode, you can go back and watch those. I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out today. The time is now 10:52 here in Tulsa time, Central Standard. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I want to remind you, please, if you would like and subscribe the video, subscribe to my channel. It helps me out reach my goal. I'm almost to 200 subscribers, which is small potatoes to some, but it's big potatoes for me. And so I'm happy to kind of get there and start building this community of vintage vinyl-loving people and music-loving freaks. And the goal is to be able to have people on here, and we listen to these things, play some songs, and play some music, and actually kind of chat and hang out live as well in the morning. So we're building our little community, and I ask all of you to please share it with your friends on social media, because that way we get more people checking in and tuning in live. It's a lot more fun with more of us involved. I thank you all very much for hanging out. My name is Nathan Gray, once again, your big-time operator, playing vintage vinyl Monday through Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and spend some time with your friends and family. Head out to the record store, see if you find anything cool, new. Please share it with me. I'm interested in what people are swooping up out there. Like we said, it's all about cultivating the human algorithm. And that means talking to each other, having conversations, giving each other suggestions, and learning more about the music and culture and the things that interest us. So until next week, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. You've been watching 3 Points. Y'all take it easy.